Hey, Uncle Deek here. I'm happy to be able to share this with you. This is my first successful attempt at formation flying. Now, it isn't team echelon or something like that, but for me, it was a huge milestone in my FPV experience. Been wanting to do this for years, ever since I saw the first formation flight on the tube. I've been wanting to do it. It's hard. It's really hard. Especially hard because I was flying with my buddy who is a very well-known pilot in this part of the country. But he was flying line of sight. He doesn't have his plane all rigged up for FPV yet. He's flying a Penguin. So he's flying line of sight and I'm flying FPV. I'm flying the Juggernaut by Sweepwings. It's a 48-inch wing, built like a tank, flies like a Cadillac, I tell you. Look up Sweepwings. He has a whole bunch of different wings. Ruben, take care of me. He's a good man. Really hard to find and keep up with the plane. And one of the big problems was when he went up into the clouds. You're going to see here in a minute, he's going to disappear in the clouds, and it just makes it really hard right there. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? It's hard to see. Now you can see it probably on your screen. Now you can't. Where's he at? You just had to have a little faith. Then he come back down out of the clouds, and he goes back up. Now you're seeing it clearer and sharper than I saw it, of course, because this is the GoPro. Now he's using the board camera. Board camera from Security Camera 2000, by the way. It's the only people I deal with. They have excellent service. Excellent service. Fast shipping, great price. And I talked to Zoe, and she is a sweetheart. She'll take care of you. Security Camera 2000. This is, they share their flying field with a soccer field. This is a cemetery that's right off the end of the flying field. Again, this is line of sight for him. So we're right over the flying field. And I had two spotters who were helping to tell us where each one of us was. And he could see me easier than I could see him. But a lot of time was spent looking for him. This is part of almost a 50-minute video where I spent 40 minutes of it looking to find him. So here he is up in the clouds again. There's a little thing there, he comes down. There's a little thing down in there on the ground there that looks like could be a plane, but it's a irrigation well. He's pretty far ahead of me. Now he's probably not as far ahead as it looks because of the wideness of the GoPro. I think it looked closer than that to me, as I recall. And this was quite exhilarating. I was just having more fun, other than the fact I kept saying, this is hard, this is hard, this is hard. You should try it. It really is fun. This is a great way to try it. Just right over the field, don't go anywhere much. Of course, it's going to be easier when he gets his FPV rigged up, because he'll be able to look at his OSD and we can match speeds. Now, it doesn't matter, he could be 10 miles an hour and I could be 12, but if it's the same speed for him and me, then we could stay with each other. And then we just sit right next to one another and we just tell each other what to do. And what looks like would be fun is one person take the lead for a while and then the other person take the lead for a while. See, I spent a lot of time looking for him. This is just the tip of the iceberg. But where is he? Where is he? There he comes. There he is. Just barely saw him down in the corner of the picture. There he is. this point I thought I was a little bit too high. I was probably 250 feet instead of 150 feet. But decided to come down a ways and see if I could find him a little bit. The problem is I needed to be above him, because when I looked up, he just blended right into the sky. Something to think about if you try this. A lot tougher than it looks. Might have been better if it was an uncloudy day, but this was, it's been beautiful here. These clouds are really pretty. It's been cool here too, by the way. It's supposed to, last year was 100 degrees this time. Today it was like 75. Pretty amazing. So here we go. We're going to do some peering into the clouds again. And then when you get up close to them, you go, oh my, what am I going to do? So you're all constantly working that throttle. And that's where matching speeds would be good, because when you pull back on the throttle, it takes a while for it to catch back up. So I saw him go by one time pretty close. And he's actually pretty close there. I think the GoPro just makes it look further. Now he's getting farther. And he was telling me that he had to go faster to keep up with me, because I was going too fast. From what I've seen looking at this, he was the one that was way ahead of me most of the time. So that's where matching speeds would be real handy. Good to have more than one spotter too, because their perspective on where we were was real handy. And this is something where you want to practice close in. But, a lot harder than I thought it would be. It was harder, not difficult, just harder. And that made it more fun. I just kept squirming in my chair saying, this is hard, but this is great fun. I'll tell you what, doing this is making this old man feel like a 20-year-old. Sure as heck hope they don't take it away from us. So I just can't imagine having any more fun. And how are we hurting anybody? I caught back up with him. Might be good too to have two planes closer to the same. The wing doesn't steer the same as the conventional plane does. I don't know whether that makes sense. Just having two that fly the same speed would be more. They will cruise, not tip stall or anything at the same speed. Battery give up. I get about twice the flight time he did with the Juggernaut by Sweepwings. So I decided to do me a victory lap here because he's already on the ground. There's this tree right there. Where they were sitting and where we were sitting, I guess, it didn't look like there was any space between it. But there was, and I flew through it several times during the day, and it really freaked everybody out because it looked like I was flying right through the tree. Several times I did it a lot lower than this too. Got down there and poured the coals to it. Gonna go by pretty quick. Quick turn to the right. Buzz the field. Be careful over the cemetery that don't make too much noise. However, nobody over there complained all day. We didn't have a single complaint from the cemetery. Again, a beautiful day here in the Midwest. Jug just floats right in. It's super nice to land. Hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed it, subscribe. I try to put a lot of videos on. Got a whole bunch in the can coming your way. See you later. Uncle Deek out.